Hello and welcome to Fresh Ice Media. My name is Owen, and for our first episode, we're going to talk how to pick an NHL team. So, there are a lot of different ways to pick an NHL team, and I want to walk through all those because hockey can be kind of weird to get into, and this is a good first step for kind of deciding, hey, I want to get into hockey, but who should I follow? I try to think of as many as possible, and if you have any ideas that you recommend, then put them in the comments down below. So, one of the ways to pick an NHL team is by location. What's the closest team to you? Hopefully, you'll want to go to games and meet other people who are fans. But picking the team closest to you doesn't mean that you pick the one that's right in your backyard. One of my friends roots for the Tampa Bay Lightning, even though he lives in New York. He lives in Syracuse, New York, and they have the Syracuse Crunch, which is the AHL affiliate of the Tampa Bay Lightning. So he gets to see their prospects move their way up the ranks into the NHL. You can also pick a team if they were original six team. Original six teams were the first six teams to make it and last in the NHL. So they've been around for over a century. And so there's a lot of history to catch up on. There are the Boston Bruins, the Chicago hockey team, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, and the New York Rangers. They're all really popular. They've been around for ages. So they have a really strong fan foundation. Especially if you like history, you can really dig deep there. There's no shame in jumping on the bandwagon. Bandwagon should always have room for as many people as possible, in my opinion at least. The momentum that they have, it really it hypes you up, it gets you going. So then your other option is to do not that and pick the worst hockey team to root for. Be whatever the opposite of a bandwagoner is. You can get on the ground floor because NHL teams are pretty good at doing rebuilds. And so, they do really poorly in the regular season and they get a high draft lottery pick in the NHL entry draft, and then they hopefully can get really young star players and build around them, and you can kind of see how that development goes. And the games are really low stakes because they're probably going to lose anyway, but then when they win it's like yay, and if they lose it's also yay because the lower they are in the standings, the higher they are going to be in the draft lottery. And then if you're new to hockey, you can pick a team that's also new to the NHL, and you guys can be new together. The two latest teams to join the NHL are the Seattle Kraken and the Vegas Golden Knights. If you're into more of the underdog, then you can root for the Kraken, or if you're into more domination, then you can do the Vegas Golden Knights. So the other way to pick it is aesthetically, like pick a jersey that you like. I'm very lucky that I'm an Avalanche fan and I really like our jerseys. We also have the best reverse retros, don't at me. But a lot of people like the Kachina jerseys from the Arizona Coyotes. So if you like those, you get invested in the team. It's also really cool because teams will have stadium series and outdoor series jerseys. So they'll have limited edition jerseys that you can jump in on. I actually really like the Smashville jerseys that Nashville Predators are doing. Go on NHL.com, go on Fanatic, look at jerseys and see, if there's any that you'd be proud to wear as a fan. You can also pick a team by social media. Now, this is more so my kind of personal thing. I come from a marketing background, so I find it really fun when teams are active on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, and there's a lot of content to look at and, players to get more invested in because, watching the games themselves are fun, but when you don't know how hockey works, you kind of need other things to gateway you into it. Having fun mic'd up content or fun prank videos, or if you want to find what will hook you in, and if you don't know how hockey works yet, getting invested in the team itself as a brand is a really good way to start. Watch as many games as you can and see what you enjoy. If you don't have the time for that, because games are 2 hours long, you can go on the NHL YouTube page and watch highlight videos. See what intrigues you. Have fun with that. Also, NHL is back on ESPN, so you can watch it on ESPN Plus. You can also watch it on TV. And then, unfortunately, there are no illegal streaming sites. Why would you even ask me that? I personally got into the Avalanche by watching NHL highlight clips because the idea of watching a full game was really intimidating. Having a 10-minute highlight reel of, the basics, like what a goal was and, why did they stop playing? Oh, what a really good save that was. Learning those kind of meat and potatoes of it all was really helpful in me getting a foundational understanding of how the sport works. I hope you found that helpful and a lot less intimidating than it potentially could be. And also, if you're not sure how to pick a team, you don't have to. Maybe you'll eventually find one, or you can just follow players. One of my friends doesn't follow teams at all. She just gets invested in the different players. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or you just want to talk hockey, my Twitter is at Owens Grace, Owen with a Y. I love talking hockey. I love people getting into the sport because I know for me, coming into the sport as someone in my mid-20s, it can be a bit intimidating and esoteric to try to jump into, but that's why I have Fresh Ice now. Hopefully, I can help people, find the sport more approachable and inviting. And thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Oh no, so popular.